The biggest best and worst report seems to be everybody's favorite, perhaps because it's such a great fishing pond for conversations with the manager. In this case, we have an emerging markets manager for the 3 years ending 2010, and the largest holdings are fairly easy to calculate and don't present any challenges. We basically rank using the highest average allocation. So, for example, the biggest holding has been that StokTrib, CTRIP.com International. It was held for 33 months out of the 36, and its average weight was 5.4%. So that's easy to do. The challenge is in the largest contributors and the largest detractors, because somehow we need to figure out what to do with stocks that are not held for the entire time period. And what does it mean to be a big winner or a big loser? And that is one of the major breakthroughs in StokTrib, in that we show you here the raw return, which is the return that's held by the stock in isolation, and that's on the far right part of this bar. And just to the left of that is what we call the effective return, which is the allocation-weighted return on the stock. And if we go down to where the bar is here and where we see it for the largest holding, StokTrib, we see a couple things. One is it's highlighted in the sort of pink area. All the securities that are in the largest holdings that appear in the largest contributors and the largest detractors are highlighted in pink. And we see now that StokTrib, just to bring home the inference and the insight from effective rate of return, that stock, if held in isolation, just bought it at the beginning of the period and held it, would have lost 46%. But its effective return was 33.55%, far more than the raw return. And we can look and see what happened there. We have a special return called the effective rate of return report. But what happened here basically was that the allocations to this stock were favorable. The stock allocations were higher when the stock was doing well than when it was doing poorly. And that added significant value. So it's sort of like a timing measure within the stock. Now, one of the other things to note here is the best performing stock over the whole time period was one stock. It was Baidu, B-A-I-D-U. And the action step for this kind of exhibit would be to pick out a stock or two and have the manager just tell the story. And with this background, you may know more than the manager, believe it or not. Certainly, if you look at the effective return report, you may want to open the module on that so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So enjoy this report. Everybody seems to. Thank you.